This is going to be a brand new weekly segment I title Final Friday Feelings, where I take the stats, I've done the previews, I take all of that, and now it's 24 hours away from Saturday, and I just say, down in my gut, this is what I feel is going to happen in the Big Ten Conference. I feel Nebraska is going to feed off the crowd. I feel that crowd is going to show up in a big way, and it's not going to be easy for Michigan to play well against that Nebraska team. A hot start is key for the Huskers. They get it with a big play early, and the crowd is in it the whole game. I believe Nebraska can use this game to get a big victory over a top 10 team. Michigan is very high right now. They're riding high. They're feeling good, right? Number 9 in the country. I believe this loss drops them down a peg and kind of brings their mentality back down to where it's saying, maybe we're not as good. Because right now, in terms of top 10 teams in the country, I'm not sure I'm completely bought into Michigan being in that category. I feel like this drops them down. It gets them more motivated. Maybe they knock off a Penn State or even an Ohio State later in the season. I feel like this loss motivates them. This brings Nebraska. Everybody wins, right? That's what you want, except for Michigan this Saturday. Just what I'm feeling. This Penn State-Iowa game. My gut feeling is that Penn State won't turn it over 4 or 5 times in this game like Iowa has been known to do, and their defense has been known to force those opposing offenses into mistakes. I feel that's not going to happen. So, what's the flip side? What's the side B of that? So if Iowa can't get those turnovers, if they can't get short fields, can they get those points? They're going to get barely enough points to win, because I can't see a scenario where Penn State goes into that environment at Kinnick Stadium and gets the win. I don't see it happening. I would say the same thing if Iowa were going to Happy Valley, except for Penn State winning the ball game. These are two of the biggest and best home field advantages in all of college football. Both of these defenses are outstanding. Which offense is going to do barely enough to do it? I think Iowa is going to do barely enough, in my humble opinion. Tyler Goodson could have a big day, but man, I could see this game being 10-3. Still think Penn State is a really good team. Still think they are a top 10 team, more than maybe Michigan is. Watch out, Sparty, right? Michigan State going to Rutgers. Sparty gave up 31 against Western Kentucky last week. Okay? They should have gotten beat by Nebraska the week before. Huskers took Michigan State to overtime in East Lansing. These last 2 games have showed us Michigan State is maybe, look, I think right now, what are they, 11th, 12th in the polls right now? That's overrated. That's my personal opinion. I think right now, if you were to power rank teams, you know, I would say Michigan State nationwide falls somewhere between 15, 16, and 22. Somewhere in that range is where they range nationally. This defense has shown that they can give some stuff up, made up mostly of transfers on that Sparty defense. I'm not saying Rutgers is going to win the football game. I don't think Rutgers is going to win the football game, but I think it might be close. Like, I think Michigan is a better football team than Michigan State. And look how Rutgers, if they had anything, if they had any playmakers on offense, Rutgers might have been able to tie that game up in the second half on the road at Michigan. And they might have been able to do something to maybe even beat the Wolverines. That Michigan defense is much better, I think, than this Michigan State defense. Rutgers at home, Michigan State, the Rutgers defense, maybe they can contain Kenneth Walker. I don't know. These last 2 weeks have me down on Sparty. But that's an offense. Excuse me. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Yes. That Sparty offense can put up some points, right? Jaden Reed, Peyton Thorne at quarterback. Love Peyton Thorne. Love Kenneth Walker. Just watch out. That's all I'm saying. Just watch out. Sparty wins, but I think it's closer than everybody's anticipating right now. Those are my gut feelings for this week in the Big Ten Conference. What do you guys think? What are your gut feelings going into Saturday? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel for Big Ten football content. I'm Big Ten Ted. We will see you for reaction videos. I'm going to have reaction right after Penn State, Iowa, and then right after Michigan and Nebraska. Come back here for the channel for the reaction of those football games and see if I'm right, and if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments and say how horrible at predicting games I am. I'm Big Ten Ted. We'll see you in the next one.